Good morning, everyone. We have myself, Nick Downey, and Phaedra Hackles here from the AdviserLogic team at Morningstar. Today, we're going to be taking the account advisors through a brief product overview of AdviserLogic as part of the broader rollout of the system to the account network, which we're very excited for. So for today's session, Phaedra will be running us through, and I'll just hand over to her now. Thank you, Phaedra.
Good morning. Thanks, Nick. All right, so let's jump in and I will just share my screen and we'll jump straight into our AdviserLogic account. All right, so what I will try to endeavor to do today is make sure that we do a little bit of a comparison against Xplan and AdviserLogic, just so that you can actually see some of the efficiencies that AdviserLogic brings to your practice. All right, so probably the first thing that I want to talk about is how AdviserLogic is actually built. So AdviserLogic is actually built around the CRM. So what that means for you is what we call single data entry. From a put the data in once, everything's going to flow straight through. From there, we also have that configure and customization. So what that means for you is, again, being able to configure the software and export or drill down to see relevant details about your clients. So KYC, know your clients. All right, so from sharing my screen, you will see our first login, which is our advisor home screen. So these widgets, as we call them, are configurable, customizable, so we can pick up, drag them, move them around. But what it's designed to do is that you and your staff can actually have the different widgets turned on and off. But it's a great way for you to be able to see what's happening in your office and what you need to work on straight away. From jumping into a client straight away, now, again, I'll do that little bit of a comparison between Xplan and AdviserLogic. We know that in Xplan that you can't open the same client twice. So just having that simplicity of being able to open that client twice, be in different sections of that client. So I can jump into Roger again, jump into Roger's document vault versus jumping back into Roger's home screen. So now I can have that efficiency of being able to see and work on that client multiple times. All right, so drilling down to a client now. So this is our client home screen. Again, everything is designed on one click and we can drill down and look at anything about this particular client. Reverse fact find built in, nice insurance policy schedule as well. So standard documents already built into the software for you to be able to use. Again, being able to see everything about the client from review dates to what revenue, and then having those nice little basic notes built into the client as well. Toggle off and on, so that nice ability to visually see that client. And then again, being able to drill down and see what's on platform, what's off platform for this particular client. As we know, in Xplan, self-managed super funds, companies and trusts all sit separately. So these guys are designed that now allows you to, they sit underneath AdviserLogic, under the client. So you're not having to try to link them. So those efficiencies of not having to link those companies and trusts and self-managed super funds. Again, being able to drill down and look at recently accessed file notes, tracking client referral sources, what appointments that I've had. So I can also link my Outlook diary to my AdviserLogic account. Probably one of my favorite things in AdviserLogic, after working with AdviserLogic for the last 15 years, is this nice affinity index. So it's really designed of KYC, as we've talked about before. As we're filling out the fact find, everything now flows straight through, and it completes this nice little fact find or affinity index for me. All right, so let's jump into the fact find. Now, this is the key for being able to get that data into AdviserLogic. So what we say, follow the fact find down, everything else flows straight through. So we talked about those entities, so that's the companies and trusts. They're going to sit underneath the client. The nicety of the goals and objectives, so adding that goal, Mr. Client, this is your goal or objective, and now I'm going to match the strategy in that SOA. From a risk profile point of view, your count risk profile will sit underneath here for you to be able to again complete that risk profile and flow straight through. And topping off that nice single data entry, my income and expenses build my cash flow modeling, my needs analysis, and then ultimately out into my SOA. So it's that true single data entry for us. One of the things that I love is that ability for that configuration or customization. So again, this is your own site. It's not an Xplan site or a dealer group site. This will be your own site. It'll have all of your licensee templates in here for you. From a configuration and customization, wherever you see add new in AdviserLogic, it means it's configurable. So now I can build my own sections and I can build my own questions. So whether it's drop downs, tick boxes, date boxes, it is configurable to you. And then it also allows you now to drill down and database segment any of these fields as well. All right, so jumping from our fact find, logically AdviserLogic works left to right. So my assets and liabilities, again, this is your portfolio section in your Xplan. Just going in and adding, what sort of assets does the client have? My super and my insurance has flowed straight through from my fact find. And now I'm just finishing off those nice existing assets that that client has. So whether it's the investment property, the family home, the car, the memorabilia, it's all detailed here. Now, remember again, all of this data again is now going to flow into my cash flow modeling for you to be able to single data entry it out. Logically again, now as I jump into my cash flow modeling for the first time, I will go and build my scenario for the first time. When I build my scenario, I'm literally just going to click on the little plus button. Now, my risk profile is designed for flowing straight through from my fact find. Let's build the current scenario first. And again, I like to be able to go in and build that, date that current scenario as well. Now, whatever data I've put in is now going to flow straight through. Import from fact find. So whatever data I've put in is now automatically going to flow straight through. Auto creation of an optimum pension. I'm going to tell the system, create the optimum pension for this client in the cash flow modeling. Or am I including that self-managed super fund? My Medicare, my family tax benefits, and my age pension, again, now are going to flow straight through. Just hit that little save button. And again, now all of that data is going to grab straight through from the fact find, the assets and liabilities, and now bring that straight through into my scenario. As I'm stepping through, first thing you'll see is this overall position. So again, now breaking it down into client, partner, company, trust, and self-managed super fund. The overall position, think of it as total inflows and outflows for this particular client. And then as you can see, whatever data I've put in is now automatically flowing straight through into that cash flow modeling. Features that I love about AdviserLogic is the editability or customization. So at any time while you are sitting in this scenario, just right mouse click and edit. And again, maybe I want to buy that car in 2030 and save. So it's just giving that customization of being able to make changes quickly and easily. From there, if I'm wanting to be able to copy that scenario, so build the current scenario first, and then I'm going to go copy, proposed, alternate, recommended scenario. Niceties of being able to sit in front of your client and show your client visually how they're going is just turning that graph on and off. Full export into an Excel workbook, perfectly formatted so you're not having to manually adjust any of those spreadsheets. Last but not least, being able to compare those different scenarios as well. So that nice compare of Mr. Client, this is my current, this is my proposed, and this is an alternate scenario. So just being able to compare those scenarios quickly and easily as well. So visually now showing that client, Mr. Client, this is where you are at the moment. This is our proposed, this is an alternate scenario. All along being able to visually drill down and again being able to see anything about whether it's tax, pensions, super, loans, family home, it's all available for you to be able to export straight out to that client. If you're more into spreadsheets, again, we can jump into those spreadsheets as well. I'm pleased to be able to show you that we've just released our new engagement calculators. And later this year, we'll also have a new holistic calculator that will be based off these calculators. The same niceties of being able to have that data flowing straight through. So you'll see that nice little fact find here. Again, single data entry picks up the data. So we build that current scenario. Still that nicety of being able to compare the scenarios, but now also very visual for our client. So hovering over at any stage and being able to see anything for a client, being able to break it down into each of the clients, and then being able to break down those transactions as well. So our new engagement calculators are live now and ready for you to be able to use. All right, let's drill down and make life easy for you. So from a task, file note, and document vault point of view, AdviserLogic does it a little bit different to explain. From your document vault, you will see we've actually natively built in Adobe Sign. So that nice little send for signature, this is designed that now you can package up all of your documents. In this little status, it actually says sent, open, signed. So you'll be able to monitor securely those documents now. From then sharing the documents with the client, AdviserLogic also has a client web portal. We call it CWP. So visible to us. So all you're going to do is send that document. The signed document comes back into your document vault. You've got the security certificates and everything that if you needed them for the fund managers. But now we're just going to change the visible to us and the client instead of just us. So it now allows you to be able to securely share those documents with the client and multi-factor for the client to log into that client web portal as well. Again, when I see those categories, remember wherever I see add new, it means it's configurable and customizable for me. So whether I'm breaking down that category, the subcategory, and maybe I want to link it to a particular entity as well. So these are all designed to make life easy for you. So all of your documents are separated from your file notes. Now, let's talk file notes and tasks. So in AdviserLogic, I want to make it easy to get that information or recorded information into the system for you. So again, we talk about efficiencies. Now, if I wanted to search the client, click on the file note, and then click on add, I'm talking 3 or 4 clicks. Down the side here, let's use these efficiencies: quick note, quick task, and quick vault. It's literally now start typing your file note, tag the client. Again, wherever I see add new, so whether you want to call it a phone call or a telephone call, it's up to you, but it is already built in there for you to be able to configure and customize. Now I'm going to create the task. So at no stage have I had to open this client yet. So I've done the file note. Now I'm going to open the task, and that might be send withdrawal form. I'm going to assign it to the office, to myself or to one of the staff in the office, or when's it due to be done? Oh, I need it to be done by the end of the month. I've got a nice little checklist here. So again, maybe I've got different steps to do, so I can build that nice little checklist. And again, remember my file note is now flowed straight through. So basically 2 clicks, my file note and my task is actually done. From there, on my client home screen, you will see my task has actually just gone in. And then from my client, you will actually see the file note and the task sitting here as well. So it's really designed for those efficiencies of being able to see everything about this client. All right, let's talk digital advice. So from an Xplan comparison point of view, you will notice our advice tools or scenarios. We talk about insurance, that would be your risk researcher. Well, these guys are commonly probably known as your wealth solver. We get all of our insurance data from Omnium, and all of your Morningstar data is now coming through from your super and your platform. Again, these are designed of quick calculators for you to be able to just do those quick comparisons. If I want to jump into a super comparison, again, whatever data I've put into that fact find is now automatically going to flow straight through. And those PDSs are also sitting in there as well for me to be able to use. I want to go in and add another fund. I can compare, I can download it, I can save it as well. At any stage, I can also go in and change those comparison amounts quickly and easily. So think of digital advice or advice tools as quick engagement calculators. From a scenario point of view, this is a little bit different. So what we're going to do is, if you think about you're currently either pushing your data out to a paraplanner to do that SOA or the ROA for you, we want to be able to give you those that ability to be able to do it yourself. From whether you're doing it yourself or the paraplanner, they would normally go a wealth solver, a risk researcher, a template wizard, and then they would spend hours editing that document. From AdviserLogic point of view, way too much time wasted. You will see I've jumped into my advice and I'm going to tell the software, what am I going to do? Am I doing an SOA or an ROA today? And you'll see those count templates turned on here for you. As I step through the flow, it's basically now allowing me to tell the software, what am I going to do? From a strategy text point of view, you will see anything with a $ is static text or pages added into the SOA. From a configurability point of view, I'm going to tell the software, what am I going to do today? So in this case, I'm going to do a super rollover. Maybe I wanted to establish a self-managed super fund. Maybe I wanted to buy a new insurance policy. So anything with an icon, as I would call it, is kind of like a doing thing, and it's telling AdviserLogic, I want to do that super rollover. And as I'm doing it, it's actually going to build the SOA as I'm going. Now, we talked about in that fact find, I'm going to link the goals to the strategies. So again, I'm linking my goal to my strategy, and you can have multiple goals to link. Again, as I'm stepping through now, it's now going to load all of the super funds that I've actually put into the fact find. So whether I'm doing that complete or whether I'm leaving some money in there for insurance, I've got that partial rollover. This system allows you to be able to set your own defaults. So in this case, I've turned around and said, oh, the balance is over $2 million, let's go premium. But you might want to override it, or you might want to actually turn around and select a different fund as well. So they're all available for you to be able to select. As we step through, this is now giving you the opportunity of whether you're using a model portfolio, a core and a satellite, an SMA. Again, I'm selecting that portfolio. As I step through, it's going to run it against my risk profile. Now, remember, everything's editable in here. So if I do need to edit something, I can edit it at any time. As I'm stepping through the flow, it's now going to start bringing through my super funds. Again, my PDSs are sitting straight underneath here for you to use. As I step through the flow, it's now going to bring through, this is my existing portfolio versus my post recommendations. Again, at any stage, I can go in and add alternate funds as well. So if I wanted to add that alternate fund, I can. Now, best bit that I love is now giving you the ability to be able to go in and edit this SOA as you're going. So from an editability point of view, you can edit during the flow. You're going to push it out onto that second screen, but it's going to be perfectly formatted for you to actually flow straight through. All right, so as this loads, give that a couple of seconds to load, and then I'm going to show you how you can edit as well. You'll see the nice little edit pencil just up the top here. So I can click on that edit pencil, and again, I can edit anything in the document. You'll also see that nice little plug out up the top. So let's plug that out onto your second screen. Again, everything's now flowing straight through for you. So nicely formatted, everything's now flowing straight through in that comparison. Now, if I had added that alternate fund would actually be sitting here for you as well. But you'll see from down the side, my whole SOA is actually being built as we're stepping through that flow. Your logos and everything are going to flow straight through. But basically, whatever data I've put in is now automatically going to flow straight through for me. So that's that key of put that data in once and everything flows straight through. Now, niceties that you can edit and pick up and drag and move around this template. The nice little plus sign allows you to go in and add. And then if you need to delete something out, you can also delete out as well. Last but not least, as I step through that flow, it's going to give me a nice little icon to show me what I've just done. And I can still edit at any time. Then I'm going to skip straight through to the fees. So this is really cool in the fact that it now allows you to preset up all of your advice fees. So whether it's dollar amount, percentage, or both, you can preset those. So tick and flick. And then now I've got that nice ability to add any extra advice fees. Finish advice. So let's actually finish that advice. Now download that document into a Word document. My Morningstar fact sheets, my TMDs, and my PDS is also going to be bundled up into a nice little zip file for you to attach into the SOA. Don't forget, you can also link your cash flow scenario to your SOA as well. All right, last but not least, let's jump in and have a look at our compliance section. So from a compliance section, we know that Count uses Revex. So let's make it easy for you to be able to import your revenue statements. Tools, compliance, including FOFA, FOFA fee upload, and then you're just going to select the Revex statement. From there, those policies or transactions will automatically come into your AdviserLogic account. We can see with the little plus sign, it expands out, so you'll see multiple different transactions. Once you map once, it's going to map the policy, allows me to map the policy, and once I've done it, that transactional data is remembered, so it remembers the policy number. So going back into that compliance section, you will see whether I'm doing a ongoing or a fixed term agreement. The software allows me to be able to handle both. It also now allows you to be able to go in and choose your select and set up your own service levels. And then again, it now allows you to be able to make sure that you're actually being paid for the policies that you've just written. So I have a demonstration database, but you will see that transactional data flowing straight through. And then this is the data, this is the amount of income that you've received from this particular client. One click and I can drill down and see that transactional history as well. So you could see every month that you're actually being paid for that particular client. All right, let's talk about support. From a support point of view, you will see up the top here, we designed our support to help advisors make sure that their AdviserLogic is a success. From a support tab, you will see the ability to live chat our team, so the support team. You could pick up the phone with a 1-800 number. Knowledge base and articles are just nice step-by-step instructions with pictures. We've rebuilt our new Morningstar Academy, so this is really designed for you to be able to self-pace learn. Whether you jump into one of our dedicated learning streams that are designed particularly with the courses in mind, or maybe you just want to do all of the courses at your own pace. We run weekly webinars. We have a dedicated CSM team. And from when you onboard with AdviserLogic, you get a dedicated onboarding manager for the first 45 days. That onboarding manager is really designed to help you get started and succeed at your AdviserLogic. After that 45 days, again, that client success team, at any stage you can go in and book one-on-one sessions with the success team as well. So it's all designed to make sure that you succeed in your AdviserLogic account. Nick, over to you with any questions.
No, that was a great run through. Thank you, Phaedra. So I think we can probably wrap it up there for today. So just in summary, just again, Morningstar is very excited to be working with the Count Advisor Network off the back of the conference. And if you're wanting any information, feel free to reach out. Either Phaedra or myself would love to have a chat with your business, get to know you both, your business a bit better, and make sure that AdviserLogic is going to be a great fit for you. So thanks again, and hopefully we'll be in touch soon.
This video has been prepared for clients of Morningstar Australasia Proprietary Limited and or New Zealand wholesale clients of Morningstar Research Limited. Any general advice has been provided without reference to your financial objectives, situation or needs. You should consider the advice in light of these matters and any relevant product disclosure statement before making any decision to invest. To obtain advice for your own situation, contact a financial advisor.